Hey guys, how are we doing? So today I'm going to be dealing with some of the bulk fresh items that we bought today. One of them, this whole video is going to be just about the grapes we bought. Now we got 4 of these, which is enough for 3 recipes. One I'm going to be using to do a chicken and grapes for dinner. I'm also going to be doing a coffee grape cake. So it's a coffee cake, but it's grapes, alright? But it's not actually a coffee with coffee in it. It's a cake to have with coffee, if that makes sense. Anyway, it's a grape cake. And then I'm going to make some grape chutney as well. So we've got some of that, which would be lovely. And yeah, so we got lots to do, and I shall kick on. Okay, so we're going to start off with, we've just prepped up all our grapes. That's what 4 punnets of grapes looks like halved. Every single one of these recipes I'm doing calls for halved grapes, so I figured I'll sit down, I'll watch a YouTube video, and then I'll get cracked on while I do that. And I did. In fact, I watched 2. So I'm going to use a couple of our leeks because we don't have any onions at the moment. I figured it would be better to use a couple of leeks. These we picked up the other day as well from the bargain bin. 79p. Thank you very much. So we're only using 2 of those. And there's another 3 left. So that's pretty good going. Right. Get rid of these offie cutties here. Chuck those in the sink for now. Now, just going to check down the middle of these. I want to make sure there's no sand. Nah, we're pretty good. They're pretty clean. I figured they would be. If you are worried about that, or you do find a bit of grit in them, just wash them out once you've chopped them up in a colander. Okay. Now, you need to have yourself a baking dish for this job. Alright, because we're all going to get all the chickens going in the baking dish. But right now we're going to chop our leeks very quickly. Now, this was a very on the spot kind of idea to do, so I didn't have my chicken out of the freezer ready, but I have what would be a quarter of one bag of chicken and a quarter of the other bag of chicken. So I've got 4 thighs and 8 drumsticks to go in this. Just now. I'm going to take the lid off that. Stick that over there for a minute. They're quite solid, but because they're being roasted, I'm not that concerned because they're going to be in the oven for quite some time. So they'll get cooked properly. Right, back it down there. The bottom of the jar. The only bit that's annoying me is that those 2 thighs are stuck together, but they'll come apart. It'll be fine. We're all good. Just going to chuck these leeks in. Okay. And we're going to get this other leek done and chucked in as well. Then we're going to chuck in the mushrooms. Then we're going to chuck in a couple of cupfuls of grapes. Then we're going to chuck in the herbs and spices that we've chosen for today, and we should be good to go. We don't need to put too much liquid in here because they're already frozen. There's a lot of liquid already in them, and with the grapes, etc., that's going to release quite a lot of liquid into this as well. And it's not something that needs to be steamed per se, except for maybe for the first hour. Sorry, my hands are not doing very well today, so I'm just doing the best that I can. It's not pretty, but it's fine. Okay. So I'm just going to quarter these mushrooms. Again, this was one of the punnets we got the other day for 34p. I'm going to chuck the whole lot in there, by the way. So I might actually come back to you when I've chopped these up, because my hands are just not behaving today. So just give me a minute and I'll come back. Okay, well, while I'm chopping these mushrooms, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That's if you haven't been here before. Or give us a thumbs up. You know, ring the little bell icon and know when my videos are coming up, so then you too can have like good, budget, healthy, decent food. Yeah, and know what to do with it, and know what to do when you get lots of different, yeah, just go and hit the button. Okay, please, for me. Thanks. Okay, so got our mushrooms done, the leeks done. I'm just gonna, actually, I changed my mind and I'm putting the chicken on top of those, because I'm a girl. I can change my mind whenever I feel like it. It's what we can do. Actually, just as a human being, we can do that. Yeah, we can. We're an equal opportunity change your mind peoples around here. Right. Those are there. Now, we're going to chuck in our thyme. Alright. Okay, chuck in a bit of that around the joint. Hang on. Ooh. It's a very big jar. Plenty of that around the place. Now, we also want a bit of our rosemary. Now, we only want like a couple of tablespoons. We don't want loads of this because it can get really, really soapy. So I'm getting a good pinch, which would be probably about a tablespoonful. There we go. Sprinkle that round. Yum, yum, yum. Now, we want something a little bit warming to go with our grapes. So I'm going to add some of that. Okay. Just a teaspoonful. Just a teaspoonful. Okay, we don't want loads, because a little goes a long way of this stuff. You may not even use the whole teaspoon, to be honest. So let's just get that around there. That's enough. Right. Okay. Now we are... Oh, that's the wrong lid. What am I doing? Good grief. Right. This is where we put in our grapes. Get them all over the top there. Nice and warmies. Yum, yum, yum. Now we're going to put our oven. Putting a few more than whatever. Okay, they're in. Now that's going to go in the oven at gas mark 5. Yay, gas mark 5. Right. I'm going to put the lid on and we are going to put that baby away for a little while. Gas mark 5 for about an hour. Then we are going to... Actually, I'm taking a shelf out first. Oof, let's do that. That's a good idea. Let's take the shelf out. Right, let's put it in. Give me a second. Oof. There we go. It's in. Okay. So that's going to do really well for the next hour. It's going to give itself a little bit of a steaming. And yeah, so gas mark 5, which is around 200 degrees C, which is 390 F. I'd say 400 maybe. That'd probably be it. Something like that. I'll put the actual temperatures down below because I'm good like that. Yeah, I like helping yous, making it easy. Now I'm going to go have a brew for a minute. I know I could be putting something else on, but I need to have 5 minutes so that I can just settle my back down and I shall return. Yeah. Okay, so while our chicken is cooking and upsetting the cat because she can smell it cooking, we're going to make our cake. Alright, now I've got most of the ingredients set up and ready to go. I was organised. I know. Get your face in the bowl. Give me a second. Okay, so first off we need a half a cup of butter and a half a cup of raw sugar. It says raw sugar. Use whatever sugar you've got. Seriously? Like, really? That needs to be creamed together, so we're going to chuck all that in here. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Apparently it's quite a dense cake. It's not really a cake. From what I can see, it's more of a pudding, what I would call a pudding. So I've got a butter in there. Let's get our sugar. I mean, I have demerara sugar. If you can see that. Can you see that? Yes, yes. But it's basically a posh name for raw sugar. That's all I'm saying. It's true. Right. Which Tanny will be happy with because it means I won't be getting into his white sugar for his brew. Right. Looks about right. So yeah, about half a cup of each, ish. Don't think it's really that important. Okay. Let's pop that backwards. Drop that there. Okay, it would help if I'd actually plugged the machine in first, wouldn't it? No, just, I can hear you snickering. Just stop it. We all do it. Oof. Oof. Right. Down we go. Let's get that going. Alright, this is going to take a few minutes, so, you know, we'll come back when it's done. Okay, so I figured while that's doing that, we can do our dry ingredients. There's 4 to 5, it's actually about 5 cups of flour in there. Now, the recipe calls for a tablespoon of baking powder, which I think probably about that much. Which is all we had in there. Woohoo! That was good, wasn't it? And a little bit of salt. So we're going to get ourselves a bit of salt. Not a lot. It's about a teaspoon, apparently. So that's all we need from there. Meanwhile, we've also got some milk in. We've got 2 cups of milk in with 2 eggs. And right now we're going to start adding the things, okay? Okay, so now the recipe says to alternate putting your dry ingredients in with your wet ingredients. So that's what we're going to do next, okay? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to start with the wet ingredients first. What did I do that for? Right, okay, here we go. Right. So you're going to put a little bit of our wet in there. Get that stuff coming off the base. Dry in there. And a bit more. And a bit more. Okay. And some more of the wet. And some more of the dry. Yeah. Basically keep doing this until all the stuff is incorporated. Apparently. That's all my liquid actually, just quietly. That's it. Now I've just got to chuck in the rest of this. Now it is supposed to be a very dense cake. That's why I'm saying it's more of a pudding than a cake, really. There we go. Right. Get rid of that. Where am I going to put it? Oh. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. Now I think, honestly, I'm going to chuck some more milk in there. It's looking very dry. milk here, so I'm just going to pour that in. Because it does say that we need to fold the grapes in, and we can't fold them into something that isn't foldable. There we go. I could have probably done with just putting 4 cups of flour in, but you know, in for a penny. All it means is that we have extra pudding. Right. Okay. So now I can take my whiskey whisk off. Ooh, I really don't be mean to me. I used you for a change. Stop it. Right. Okay, so now we're going to chuck in a good few of these. It says 2 to 3 cups, but it's my pudding and I'll put in as much as I want. Foldy, foldy, mixy, mixy. There we go. That's enough of all of that. Fabulous. I love it. That's amazing. Oh, look at that. Yummy yum. Right. We gotta go and put it in a dish. Okay, so here's our dish. I think I'm actually going to grease that first. Get some butter. Give it a bit of a greasing. Yeah, don't tell Tanny, he'll get jealous. Right. Lots of butter. If you don't have butter, use whatever you've got. If you don't want to use dairy products, use some oil or use some vegan lard. I don't care what you use, as long as you grease the bloody thing, okay? Because if you don't, I know what's going to happen. You guys are going to whinge to me, and then I'm going to have to get cranky with you, and I'll come around there and I'll give you a smack. Just behave. I gotta wash my hands, hang on. Okay, so there we go. Now this has to go in here. Blub, 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 blub. Okay. The hell? Doop-a-doo. 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 Yeah, that bit didn't go back through, did it? Oh well, we'll be right. It'll all be good. There we go. Stick that in the sink. Ugh. Now we're not done. We're not. Just hold your horses. Okay. Now this cake's a bit posh. It's got 2 toppings. We're going to make the first one right now. Okay, so what we need is, we need 3/4 cup of raw or demerara sugar. Chuck that in there. Ta-da-da! That does it. Woohoo! Right, so that's in there like that. Then it wants a cup of flour. Let me give a cup measure, hang on. Oof. That's great. Get in there like that. There we go. One of them. Now, be very careful. We're about to use the spices. Don't get too excited. It'll make people sick. Because it'll be too much. Right, that's 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. And we're going to go 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Then we're going to have a pinch of our salt. Now it says sea salt, but you know what? We've got rock salt on hand. We have got sea salt. I just can't be asked going and get it. Right, that's done. And we're going to get these done. Right, we need... I need my knife back. Where's it gone? Oh, it's covered in crap. Right, okay, here we go. Another half cup of the butter. Ta-da! There we go. Now we've got to mix that up until it looks kind of like a frosting. Kind of like a frosting. Kind of. Right, so we're going to squish it. Yeah. I'm going to do all that. What was I thinking? Stupid thing. Really? And half a cup of butter? Really? Not going to happen, is it? This thing needs some liquid. Right, okay, I'm going to get some liquid. Won't need much. Got like a couple of tablespoons of oat milk there. That should probably do it, actually. Probably won't need much. But it does need to be kind of paste-like. It may take a little bit of work to make it happen. We're all good with that. Right. Okay. Nope. Still not happening, is it? Whoever made this recipe kind of screwed it up. Right, now I've got some of my old milk. Yes, it's chunky. I know it's chunky. It still works, people. And it's not off. It's basically yogurt. Right. If it was off, I'd be gacking. And I'm not. Right. So now that's done. Besides, you got to use what you got, right? And that's the whole point of what we're doing, is we're using what we've got. Right, okay, so now we've got our sort of pasty, kind of frosting consistency mix. And this has to go over here. This is going to be fun. May I suggest you start from the sides and work your way to the middle. Okay? Get a bit on your spatula and move it to where you want it. Right. Now the thing is with this as well, I'm expecting it to spread, so I don't... I'm kind of thinking it'll spread. I could be wrong. Who knows? I don't know. I could be completely arse-ended about the whole thing. Right. Okay. So maybe my dish is a bit bigger. Maybe it is. I don't think it's a big deal. We'll just scoop it around. We've got another topping to put on here yet as well, so don't forget that, which is kind of a bit like a crumble topping. So I'm going to give that there. Right. Nice. See? We know what we're doing. Kinda. Oh, we need that. Whoops. Right. Let's move that back over there. Now, excuse my fingers. Well, it'd help if I didn't dollop it everywhere, hey? Oh well. Right. Now, just so happens that I have this ingredient that they're asking for, coconut sugar, for this. If you don't have it, use more normal sugar. It's that simple. Don't panic. Right. So apparently we need 3/4 cup of this. Ooh, that does go a bit solid, doesn't it? Like normal. Oh, wow. Okay, that's one. Almost two. Hang on. It's stuck in the thing. Give me a second. I said I was almost organised, not that I was completely organised. I mean, like, come on. It's me. Two. Yeah. Three. Right. We need some more flour. And we need some butter. That'll do. Get some butter out. Where do I? Oh my god. Right, give me a sec. Keep losing the thing I'm using for the butter. Shivers. Right, there we go. Right. Now, all we got to do now is break that up in our fingers. Make crumbs. I'm only going to do it with one hand because I like having a clean hand. But it's not going to take long. You're just basically going to mix all of this up into what looks like crumbles. Okay? Simples. Let's get that moving a bit. Right. You only use the tips of your fingers, please. Like if you were making pastry. Okay, use your whole hand, you're going to end up with a gluggy mess. And your hands are going to be looking like your fingers do. Right. So, it's kind of done it. Yeehaw. Let's get that off. Get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off. Get off, get off, get off. Get off, get off, get off, get off. Get off, get off, get off. Get off me. Yeah, okay. Right. We need this back over here with us on the board. Now we're just going to sprinkle our crumbles all over the top of it. Okay. Posh people call this a streusel topping. It's crumble. Okay. Crumble. We're not selling it for £7 a slice. We're feeding our families. Right. Do-do-do. 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 Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Woohoo! Now that's ready to go in the oven. We got chicken in there. Might be time to take top off. That could help. Give me a second. Okay, so we're going to check our chicken. Ta-da! Yep. And that is ready to go in on the top shelf of this oven with no lid on. Which means our pudding, our lovely grape cake, can go into the middle of the oven. Oof. Gas mark 4, okay guys? Gas mark 4. Which is 180C 375F, I do believe. Right, I'm putting that in first. And this can go on top. Shit! No! And I'll be back in a minute once I cleaned up that shit that just fell off the bin. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so, we're all cleaned up now. Chaos has been calmed somewhat, and I'm about to make my third recipe out of these grapes. Come down here and have a look at what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got the last of my onions, a little red one. Doesn't matter if it's a red one, a brown one, or whatever. we're going to make some grape chutney. I had thought about making some more grape jam, but I've still got another jar of it from the last time we got some cheaper grapes. So I figured, let's do something different. Let's do a chutney. Coming up to Christmas, there's always going to be leftover cold meats around the place. Sounds like a good idea to me. Right, so we've chopped that one. I'm going to use a little bit of the coconut oil. Just a little bit. Because we're going to... This coconut oil can't decide whether it's hard, soft or whatever. Somewhere in between. Right. Okay, so I'm going to chuck that in there. In the pot. And we're going to turn the thing on because otherwise it won't cook. Okay, so the onion is going in. Ta-da! All our leftover grapes. Now there's probably about 3 cups of grapes there. Chuck them all in. Chuck them all in. Get rid of that bowl. Now the other things we're going to chuck in there are a couple of allspice berries. A couple of those. We don't want many. You've got to remember that these things actually infuse a lot of flavour, so we're going to have a star anise. That's going to go in there. Ooh, that smells beautiful. We're going to have about 5 or 6 peppercorns. Or that many. That'll do. Right. We're going to have a cinnamon stick. And I'm also going to get some apple cider vinegar. So we're going to get ourselves a bit of a glug of that in a minute. Just need to give this a bit of a stir. There we go. Got that stirring. Probably about 200 mils. Not loads. You don't want loads. Not loads. You don't want loads. Not even 200 mils. Probably 100 mils in there actually, to be fair. Right. Okay. And we're going to get some of our raw sugar out again because we want those darker, richer flavours coming through. Alright. So we're going to put about half a cup of sugar in there as well. Chuck a bit more in for luck. It's Christmas. Right. Okay, give that a bit of a stir up. Oops. Now, shh, come down here. I got a secret ingredient. Now guys, you can't tell anyone, okay? Because it's really, really secret. And it's very, very yummy. And my friend makes it over at the Lancashire Mead Company. No, not sponsored, not affiliated, none of that. He's just me mate. And he makes the most amazing mead. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's honey wine. It's been around for centuries, millennia even. And it's friggin' lush. I'm going to stick some of this in. Now, if you do not have any mead, don't put any in. Simple. Okay. We're putting a nice shifter in there. Snifter. It's probably about 100 ml in there. And that now is going to bubble away. We're going to leave it to bubble away while I go and test the quality of the mead for a minute. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. See you in a minute. Okay, it's been 10-15 minutes. We've still got quite a lot of liquid to cook off here, so that's going to be another at least 15 minutes, I reckon. Just let it keep going. It'll be fine. Smells amazing. Okay, 10 minutes later, and we're down to very little liquid, but we need that to become a little bit less liquid, which won't take long right now. So you want it to be able to pull away and stay away from the base. It's almost there. Almost there. Oh, I can smell it. Oh, I can smell it. Oh my god. Yum! Yeah, that's done. That's done. Look, check that out. Ooh. Yep, okay. We're good. We can turn that off. And I'm going to bring you over here because we go into our jar, which we prepared earlier. Okay. Now, oh, shit. Ooh. Just getting a funnel. I'm okay. Everything's cool. Right. Let's get rid of that. And we're going to get big spoonfuls of this and chuck it in our jar. Woohoo. Now, the thing with this is, sure, you can eat it now, but I would leave it, and I'm going to leave it, until Christmas. I am. Now, slight issue with the cinnamon stick. We're going to pull that out because it's not going to fit in our jar. No. Right. So, but it's got plenty of cinnamon flavour in there now anyway. And that's really hot. Bugger. Right. Okay. Oof. And get the rest of this out. Out we come. All done. Get in there. Get in. Okay. Okay, so our jar's quite big for what we've got. But what we're going to do is we're going to do something a bit special because we want this to seal, okay? Now, how we're going to do that is by tipping it upside down, all right, until it's cool. And then we're going to leave it till Christmas. Nom nom. Yeah. Look at that. That's looking pretty yum, hey? Look at it. That's amazing. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm thinking, ow, shit, that's hot. Forgot it's just come out of the oven. Right, hang on. I've got quite a lot of liquid in there. I'm kind of thinking, shall I thicken it up a bit? I think that'd be a good idea. It's just finding a way to get it out. Give me a minute. Okay, now I'm going to pour off the liquid from here into our fry pan. Okay. That's the theory. Let's see what happens in practice. Oh my god. Ooh. Okay, we've got as much out as we can. A tiny weeny little bit left in there. Not a big deal. Okay. Oh, it looks amazing. What we're going to do is we're going to do something really meh here and add some gravy granules because we can. Okay. Just going to add a few gravy granules. Not a lot, just enough to thicken it and give it a bit more of meaty flavour. Okay. Yeah, that's all we're going to do. We're going to do that. Now, if you don't have gravy granules, that's okay. Just put a little bit of corn flour or whatever in with it. We want that to be a little bit thicker so that we've got a sauce that's actually going to coat our dinner. Okay. Actually, I'll just get a wooden spoon. That might be better. Yeah, that's actually thickening up a little bit more than I probably wanted, to be honest. But that's okay, because we can add a little bit more water to that. Not loads, but a bit. Okay. We'll find a way. We'll get there. That is done. All right. Simple. Better serve it. Our cake's still in the oven. It's probably going to take another 15 or so minutes. So I'm going to serve this up. See what Tanny thinks. Oh my god. Not going to lie, this is looking pretty okay. I'm going to try a little bit. And then we're going to see what Tanny has to say about it. Hey? Thanks, dear.
I'm trying to get sourdough.
Oh my god. That's bonkers.
So what is it? Leeks and what?
It's leeks, mushrooms, grapes, chicken.
The leeks I like.
You like?
Yeah. Well, probably I won't eat the grapes.
Okay.
Because I'm not a sweet person. I'm not really a lover on grapes.
Okay. But you're giving it a crack, and that's a good thing, yeah?
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Got e-cig juice in me eye.
I thought it was because he was gripping himself and going, oh no, I don't know about this.
No.
Bless him.
That's nice.
Awesome! It's a win! Yay! We got a thumbs up from Tanny. Okay, we will be back in a bit when I pull out the cake. See you in a bit. We have cake! We have cake!
It's going to have to cool down for a bit.
Yeah, it's going to have to cool down for a little bit. Maybe about 5 minutes or so.
Have you seen the cat?
No, I haven't seen the cat.
Turn around. Take a picture of her.
Where is she?
Turn around this way.
Which way? Really? Why? Just... Why? Okay. Right, we need to set up for pudding. Pudding time! What do you reckon, Tanny?
Sweet.
Sweet? Too sweet for you?
I'm not a sweet person, am I?
No, no,
It
darling.
reminds me of a school dinner.
Oh dear.
School pudding.
Does it?
It's weird because it's got like a treacle top.
Yeah.
The milk helps,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I need more milk.
Okay, so grab some. Not gonna hurt.
It's quite heavy though.
Yeah, they did say it was going to be quite dense, so, you know.
Good.
Okay. So, there's a win, even though, because, like, you know, he's eating it. That's a good thing. It is quite dense. We did put some evaporated milk on it because we don't have any cream or anything. I just wanted to make sure that I've got cake and I've got the crusty bit and I've got a bit of everything.
Yeah, I can't eat it much. It's too strong for me.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
That is
It's actually got the consistency of bread cake. You know, the proper bread pudding bread cake. Not bread and butter pudding, but the actual cake that you make out of bread. Anywho.
It reminds me of something, but I can't remember putting my finger on it. The top is really nice. But
It could be because our oven doesn't seem to like cooking cakes or puddings or anything like that. It takes 2 to 3 times as long. This was supposed to take 40 minutes and it's taken nearly 2 hours. Not gonna lie. So that could have a lot to do with it as well. So I'm going to put the recipes for everything that I've made today down below in the description. So please don't think they're not around, because they are. They're all down below in the description below in order. So the chicken and grapes will be down there first. Then there will be the pudding that we've just had. And then the chutney will be underneath that as well. So if you've liked this video, go give us a thumbs up. Go subscribe if you're new. And yeah, go and ring the little bell thing so that you'll know when our videos pop up. And I will see you guys again tomorrow, probably. Yes, definitely. We have work to do. Lots more work to do. Oh my God. I will see you then. Bye-bye.